Good morning, everyone, from the Busch Gardens Junkies here, Paul and Maggie, here on a Friday morning. It is March 10th. The Food and Wine Festival is starting up today. And, well, hopefully the winds will stay low as we want to ride some rides today, unlike the last time where the winds were delaying every single ride. Oh, so, and we got the crowds coming in. And there's probably a few schools here too, so let's see what we can do about just hopping right in and getting going here. As usual, check-in and security was a breeze. Now on for our rap sheet. Now, of course, the first ride of the day, guazi. And I think I saw like a 10-minute wait, maybe? Let's see what we got. They put an umbrella in the way. Oh. Okay, 20-minute wait. Well, they were throwing some food in here. But, yeah, they just walked away from the food.
Illegal hunting, poaching for food, and confiscation of young chicks for the pet trade continue to pose threats to their survival. However, the biggest solution for many people in Africa, providing chimpanzee parts for meat for consumer market is a major source of income and a way to provide for their families. However, poaching is illegal, and riding is amazing.
Good morning, how are you today?
Oh, look at your shirt. They're tired.
Yeah. Oh yeah, numerous times.
Are working together to ensure
We're on our way, we took a shortcut to get there, but no, I saw you up top feeding them and
Yeah.
then they decided to take off.
They can go back and forth.
So it looks like Cookie's coming back. Hi, Cookie. Hi.
What's your favorite? Cucumber. There. Get your cucumber.
deep within the humid forests of Africa, to the bamboo thickets and past the cooling waterfalls, lies Mayombe Reserve, a safe haven for some of the most endangered primates in the world. What is it about these animals, chimpanzees and gorillas, that we find so fascinating? Is it their behavior that captivates us? So similar to ours in their actions, reactions, expressions, and even relationships.
Oh, she's a good girl.
So vibrant.
She is. You're a good girl. Cucumber's your favorite.
Vulnerability in a room that
She just turned 40.
the human qualities that we
40 years old.
we all are. That keeps us wanting to explore, discover, learn more about them. Or is it simply their playfulness as youngsters? So much like us, those
Yeah, Mom, I didn't name this one, but
Our attention for hours.
she's got your nickname. Yeah, it's Cookie.
As you explore Miami Reserve, you'll continue to discover what captivates
And she likes cucumbers.
and holds us spellbound.
And carrots, it looks like, too.
But even more importantly, you'll learn about the challenges they face today that threaten their very existence, and how you may be the key to their survival.
So nice to see the Cookie out. Or any of them out. And there's our friends Bubba and Jimmy. How we doing today, guys? Yeah, they haven't quite come out all the way yet, but I think they got a good idea of stay in the shade. It's probably gonna get warm today, so I don't blame them. Over here at the Serengeti outpost, the bathrooms are still under construction. But that's no matter because we're heading this way. We're gonna go ahead and take flight on the Serengeti Flyer. Welcome to the Serengeti Flyer, and well, no wait time.
No se permite fumar ni vapear mientras se espera en la fila. Gracias y disfrute de su viaje en Serengeti Flyer.
So beautiful.
Arms and legs down and inside the ride at all times.
We just finished one of those runs, and well, my wife said she's willing to go again, and we're sitting over here at the exit, and we got the tired coder over here going live, right? Yeah.
Please pull down on your restraint bar and secure it firmly to your body. During your ride, please remain seated facing forward, keeping your hands, arms, and legs down and inside the ride at all times.
It's fun, but I can only get maybe one or two before my stomach starts.
I did the one and I'm like, I'm gonna hold out because there's no line. Let me try the other side so you get the feel of both sides, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get the full effect. Now he can ride it as many times as he wants.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
I think at the Passport to Thrills, I got 4 runs in, and I'm like, okay, that's it, done. Got one on each side, on each. It's like, that's it. It is fun, but yeah, there's just so much your stomach can handle.
It's funny because you don't think when you're on it that it makes you that much.
Yeah.
Like your stomach, you don't think it's just a big swing.
Yeah.
It really does. It has a powerful
Same
Oh, yeah.
platform. Platform clear, starting ride.
And here she goes, guys. Yeah. Only one run for me today.
No. For me, zero. All my family is the second ride.
Not for you.
No, it's not for me.
And that was Maggie going all by herself on it. Oh, there's nothing like Pantopia. Oh, I thought I saw less work walls, but it's still rumored to open up this spring, maybe possibly next month. So, yeah, we still have work walls around Falcon's Fury, guys.
And now, Busch Gardens Tampa Bay is proud to present Rescue Tales.
Hello everybody, how you guys doing today? Oh, that was okay, but I think we can do better. I said, how you guys doing today? That's what I like to hear. Now, my name is Jojo, and this is Christian. Nobody really likes him. And we work for a company called Conservation Ambassadors. We're actually based out of California, and what it is we do at our center is we give a home to rescue wildlife. Either to animals that have been injured somehow and can't be set free back out into the wild. Those animals are sent to us at our center. Or other times we have a big problem, especially here in the United States. We have a problem with people trying to make pets out of wild animals. That never ever works. It's also against the law. And those animals are taken away and sent to our center as well. Then what we do is give these animals lots of love, lots of attention, and lots of food. And the animals that we can, we train to travel, going mostly to school groups, giving us a chance to share some amazing rescue wildlife up close and personal. Now, we've actually been partnering with Busch Gardens for the last 28 years, and we've gotten to witness some of the amazing conservation work they've been a part of. In fact, since 2003, the SeaWorld Busch Gardens Conservation Fund has provided over $18 million in grants to organizations worldwide to help protect some of our most critically endangered species. And since first opening their gates, Busch Gardens and SeaWorld have rescued over 40,000 animals.
Yay.
Definitely deserves a round of applause.
Yeah.
That is honestly incredible. And they're some of the best at what they do. So when Busch Gardens asked us to come share some of our rescued wildlife with you, we were super excited to do so. And we brought some awesome animals you guys to meet. And we're gonna start with one of our local friends.
Hello everybody, this is Pocket, our Virginia opossum, and this was originally an East Coast animal, but they spread all across the United States while the railroad tracks were being built. In fact, they're brought state to state as a food source. Well, we came across Pocket here because one night a lady was driving home and she saw a cute little fur ball run across the road, and she had tried her best to stop, but she had accidentally hit that fur ball. So she got out of her car and saw that she had hit an opossum. However, though, this lady was really, really smart. She had done her research and she remembered reading somewhere that opossums are a marsupial. And we know marsupials out the pouch, but what do they keep in that pouch?
Baby.
What do they keep in that pouch?
Baby.
There we go. So she got down real low, she bravely opened up that pouch, and what she found was 5 beautiful opossums. One of them being Pocket here. So she swooped them on up and took them to the nearest rehab center, where they had the best chance of getting back out in the wild, and they were doing great. They were eating, they're foraging for their own food, they're getting bigger and stronger, start climbing. They're even standing for people, except for Pocket here, who they had found out was almost completely blind. And because of that, he was unable to release back out in the wild with his siblings. However, though, he found a home with us about 2 years ago. And I know 2 years, it might sound young, but these guys, they only live 3 to 4 years. But check this out. In those 3 to 4 years, a mama opossum, she'll have up to 50 babies.
Wow.
Yeah, if I had 50 kids, I'd probably call it after 3 years too. No Pocket here. He is an amazing animal though. He is North America's only marsupial. And speaking of marsupials, our next guest comes from the land of marsupials, Australia. But let's give a hand to Pocket, our Virginia opossum.
Now this is Giggles, and he is the laughing kookaburra. Now this bird here is truly famous for his voice. See, they use the kookaburra's call in the background of every single movie that's ever had a jungle scene ever. It doesn't matter if they're showing an African, a South American, or an Asian jungle, they still use the kookaburra's call, even though he's from the exact opposite climate. He's from the grasslands of Australia, but they use that voice of his because it does sound like he comes from the jungle. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
Are you ready, buddy? I love it. Now, don't encourage him. Now, although he may be famous for that awesome voice of his, I think he should be famous for something else as well. Because this bird here is an amazing hunter. He's actually the largest member of the kingfisher family, but he doesn't hunt fish. No, instead, he hunts mice, lizards, and snakes in the grasslands of Australia. I've even seen videos of these birds hunting thin snakes as long as 6 feet. They'll dive down with that specialized bill of theirs. They grab onto the snakes right behind the back of the head, then they'll whip them back and forth until it's like a limp noodle, then he'll start to swallow. Slowly swallowing, digesting that snake over 3 days, while the rest of it hangs out the corner of his mouth. Sounds weird, works very well for the kookaburra though. Now, somebody here in the US fell in love with these birds. They found a way to purchase one online and brought one into their home. Only this person lived in an apartment complex.
Oh boy.
And see, kookaburra are known in Australia as the outback alarm clock, because every single morning at the break of dawn, they let out that call, that let's just say the neighbors weren't such a big fan of Giggles here, which is why he was sent to us at our center. Now, I do love this bird a lot, but being woken up by that call every single morning would be enough to have me pull my hair out, kind of like our next guest, but that was Giggles, the laughing kookaburra.
All right, and this is Whizzer, our turkey vulture, and I gotta tell you, I absolutely love his big, beautiful bald head, but in 10 years, I really hope I don't look like him. What this bird does is he wakes up every single morning and he spreads those wings out nice and wide. He starts to take up that sun, and once he gets nice and warm, he takes flight in the sky and he starts getting to work. He starts sniffing for the dirtiest, most rotten, disgusting thing he can find. And once he finds something so gross and rotten, he's gonna dive on down and he's gonna make a meal out of it. Now I know we're thinking, it's pretty gross, right? He eats dead things, but for being honest with ourselves, we all eat dead things. Nobody finds a cow to chase it down the road and chew on its leg. Only difference with Whizzer here is he can eat stuff with so much germs and bacteria, it would make us sick to our stomach. He works perfect as nature's cleanup crew. And that bald head of his is absolutely perfect for that diet. He's diving on down to rotten meat. He wants to keep that head nice and clean. But he's got one really weird trick to rinse off these feet when they're nice and dirty. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
So do you guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right, when those feet get really, really gross and nasty, to rinse them off, he pees on them. Yeah. That's why we named him Whizzer. And Whizzer has been with us for over 17 years. Because 17 years ago, someone had the bright idea to shoot this beautiful bird right in his left wing. And as we know, birds' bones are hollow, so when they break, they don't always heal back right, and that's what happened to Whizzer here. So he can fly a little bit, but unfortunately, not enough to survive in the wild, which is why he was sent on over to us. But brace yourselves, because our next guest comes off a little bit prickly. But let's say goodbye to Whizzer, our beautiful turkey vulture.
Now this is Boris, and he is the South American porcupine, otherwise known as the Quindu. Now, you guys have all heard about how porcupines shoot their quills, right? So what we're gonna do is on the count of 3, we're gonna clap one time really loudly. When we clap, he's gonna shoot 10 to 20 quills towards the audience. So you guys in the first 3 rows, cover your eyes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It didn't work. Let's try one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's not working. Do you know why it's not working? Because porcupines don't shoot their quills. Those quills are just hair that's sharp and stiff and pokey. And when the animal touches them, that's when those needles are left behind. It's not like they're spring-loaded and you can say, fire missile 6 and shoot them out. But even though porcupines can't shoot their quills, they are amazing creatures. In fact, porcupines make up a lot of the world's largest rodents, from the Indian and African crested porcupines that can weigh upwards of 50 pounds and have quills that are around 2 feet in length. Or the North American porcupine, the fuzzy tree climber with barb quills we have right here in the United States. But my favorite to talk about is definitely the South American porcupine. These Quindu have over 30,000 quills covering every inch of their body, everything except for their feet, that big button nose of theirs, and the very tip of their prehensile or grasping tail. Now what the Quindu will do is he'll sit in a hollowed out area of a tree waiting for nightfall. Then he goes on his nightly excursion, traveling through the canopies of the South American rainforest with confidence because of that awesome hairdo of his. But let's say a predator does come near him. What he'll do is he'll shake his entire body like a big spiky maraca, banging those quills together to alert that predator that he would make an extremely prickly meal. And he uses that prehensile tail of his to keep his balance as he's traveling through the canopies of the rainforest, reaching out for fruits, flowers, leaves, or the branches. That tail of his keeps him nice and secure up in those trees. Now, we got Boris here from an animal production company that was shut down due to a lack of business. So Boris has retired from a life on the big screens to now doing programs with us. I think he's absolutely incredible though. But we do have one rule for our next guest. And that is you guys aren't allowed to say "aw" when you see him. Do you know why? Because I'm sick of it. But let's give a hand to Boris, the South American porcupine.
And this is Disco, our gray fox, and he was found abandoned as a pup by a rehab center. And they took him in with every intention on re-releasing him back out in the wild, but unfortunately, they chose the wrong rehabber to do the job. And she took him home and did everything wrong. You see, she loved on him, she cuddled on him, she let him play with the dogs, watched him eat the kids. So the time that she had brought him back, they had seen that she had completely ruined him. He totally lost his healthy fear and respect of people. So they sent him on over to us about 15 years ago. Now, gray foxes in the wild, they only live 6 to 8 years. Disco here is 16 years old. Yeah, that makes him a bit of a senior citizen, which is why we had to bring him to Florida. Now, gray foxes here, though, they are excellent nighttime hunters. In fact, he's got some cat-like movements that he'll use to scale the trees at night to get to his diet. And he'll eat things like birds, mice, berries, grasses, carrion, just about anything you can think of. He takes care of it. He works perfect as nature's pest control. But you see, we were noticing a problem. For a long time, their populations were diminishing because they were being overhunted for this beautiful coat of theirs. And then if that wasn't enough, we also introduced an invasive species called the European red fox. It started taking over their habitats and their food sources. However, though, in recent years, the gray fox populations have been making a comeback, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah. Now, Disco here, he is cute, but boy, does he pack a punch. And what I mean by that he is one stinky little man. He's got a very strong odor, one that he'll use out in the wild to detour other males away, to let them know this is my space, stay away. But the thing I love about it, he also uses it as his own personal cologne to help get the lady foxes. Yeah. Even though he's stinky, we still love him. Let's give a hand to old man Disco, our great fox.
What a beauty.
Now this is Ebu, and what is he?
An owl.
Who?
Snow owl.
Who?
Snow owl.
Who?
Nope.
I'm kidding, that's my only owl joke. You guys are absolutely right. This is Ebu, and he is the barred owl. But Ebu here, he came to our center because he was flying free about 13 years ago when he made a big mistake and accidentally flew down in front of a car. First, they couldn't stop, and they hit this poor bird, shattering his left wing. But they very bravely scooped him up and took him to a special wildlife vet that saved his life. But unfortunately, they couldn't save that left wing of his. So he's completely lost the ability to fly, which is why he's with us at our center. But owls are perfectly set up to fly and hunt tonight, though. Some things that help them. Number one of those eyes. Their eyes are so good at seeing at night that if we turned off all the lights in here, if we made it so dark in this room that you couldn't even see your own hand, just without light, and we took one little candle, with one candle light in the middle of a big room like this owl could see everything about as well as we see right now. That's what his eyes are. But there's a problem with his eyes. His eyes are so big. His eyes take up so much room in his owl's skull, they're actually stuck, facing straight forward. If he wants to look to the left, he has to turn his whole head to the left. The left. The left. I think he's broken. He wants to go to the right, his whole head turns to the right. Very good. That's why he has that flexible neck. He can turn his head almost one full time, all the way around. Now, it's not like the cartoons. He can't go around, round, around. If he did that, his head would pop off. But he does have 7 extra neck bones, 14 cervical vertebrae that allow him to turn his head 270 degrees, almost one full time, all the way around. Now, the second thing that helps them out is in their wings. See, owls have specialized feathers called comb feathers that break up the wind and give them silent flight. That silent flight helps them out in 2 ways, because as they're flying through the forest at night, they're not only looking for food, they're listening for food. And if they're up there going floppity, 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 they can hear the mice and the rats that are down on the ground. The second way it helps them, those mice and rats, they don't hear him coming. He can make a sneak attack to capture his prey. Now, an owl this size will eat about 2 to 3 small rodents a night. They are a super important part of the balance of nature. They're out there making sure we aren't overrun by the rodent world. But even though they're such amazing nocturnal hunters, the one thing that they are missing is a sense of smell, which is good because our next guest is famous for being one of the stinkiest animals on this planet. But that was Ebu. Let's say goodbye to the barred owl.
And this is Pepe, and what is he?
A skunk.
That's right, but he's not just any skunk. He's a striped skunk, and you can tell by these beautiful racing stripes going down his back. Now, there's also a spotted skunk that lives right here in Florida, as well as a hog-nosed skunk that's got a nose kind of like a pig. But the one thing all these skunks have in common is that spray. Have you guys heard of the spray before? Well, I'm gonna show you how it works. I'm just kidding, don't you guys worry. That one will be for the end of my career, and it's definitely gonna happen at a junior high school. Now, skunks here, they don't have the fastest feet. He doesn't have the sharpest claws or the strongest bite. So all he's got to defend himself out there with is that spray. So let's say a big old predator comes along and tries to spook him. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna throw a really big fit. He's gonna start by stomping those front feet, letting that predator know that he is a skunk and he is gonna spray. And if that first warning isn't good enough, he's gonna do full-on handstands. And if they don't listen to those handstands, he's gonna spray. And he can spray up to 15 feet. So some of you guys in our front row here, I'm sorry, you're in our spray zone. Now, that smells like the worst part though. That spray gets in that predator's eyes, their nose, their mouth, and it burns, working like nature's pepper spray. But I do have to tell you, We've had a bit of a skunk problem. You see, once a week at our center, we get a call. And 9 times out of 10, it's a group of people telling us they got some skunks coming up on their patio every night, eating all their dog and cat food. And I'm sorry, that's not a skunk problem, that's a people problem. We can't leave food out and expect wild animals not to come up and eat it. The thing is, they do eat it. They eat it, they get bigger, and they have more babies. Starting an issue, but there's an easy way to fix that. If you just take that food in at night and lock it on up, he'll go back to eating the things he's supposed to. Things like slugs, snails, rodents, and all kinds of other pests, becoming that helper animal instead of that problem animal. Now, we did come across Pepe here, though, because unfortunately, his mama was hit by a car. And when they pulled over, they saw little Pepe standing on the side of the road. But I gotta tell you, there is nothing cuter than a baby skunk. They look like little killer whales waddling down the road. So she swooped him on up and tried to make a pet out of him. And then if that wasn't enough, she also moved to sink land. So when they got caught, they saw that Pepe here had no way to defend himself out in the wild, which is why he was sent on over to us. Now our next ambassador, though, comes all the way out to the South American rainforest, and just like Pepe here, she came to us through another illegal pet situation. Well, let's say goodbye to Pepe, our striped skunk.
Now this is Homie, and she is the Kinkajou. Can you guys say Kinkajou?
Kinkajou.
Bless you. Now the Kinkajous. They're from the South American rainforest, and they are definitely a nocturnal or a nighttime animal. They get up at night, and they are looking for 2 things. They're looking for fruit, which they eat, and they're looking for flowers. Now the flowers, they do something very special with. They go from flower to flower all night long, sticking their nose down to the flower to get to the nectar. See, inside of their mouth, they have a 4-inch long tongue. And they'll use that 4-inch long tongue of theirs to slurp up that nectar. And as they go from flower to flower all night long, they're doing a super important job. They're cross-pollinating. They get that pollen powder stuck to their fur, and they cross-pollinate those rainforest flowers. There's even certain flowers that only bloom at night in the rainforest. And without kinkajous or fruit bats living in the area, they would not be healthy or be able to survive. Now Homie, though, she came to our center because somebody tried to keep her in a tiny little parrot cage in their kitchen. Now, does that sound fair to her?
No.
She was taken away and sent to our center about 20 years ago.
Oh.
She's one of my favorite animals to share with an audience, and although she may not look like it, she's actually a relative of the raccoon that lives right here in the United States. From her super sharp canines to her awesome rotating wrists that allow them to go up and down trees head first, her skeletal system's almost identical to the raccoon's. But the thing that sets them apart is that prehensile or grasping tail. They can hang by that tail all day long up in the canopies of the rainforest. In fact, they spend so much time up in the trees, they will rarely set foot on the rainforest floor. Kind of like our next guest, who likes to spend her days soaring high up in the skies over eastern Texas. But that is little Homie. Let's give a hand to the Kinkajou here.
All right, and this gorgeous gal is Tico, our Harris hawk. And these are one of the rare birds that hunt packs. And they do this because they come from harsh environments where their food sources are very scarce. And the only way they can survive is by working together. Now, we got Tico here from the Colston program, which is a program designed to take Harris hawks like herself, breed them, pair them together, then re-release them back out into the eastern parts of Texas, where their populations have been almost completely devastated by hurricanes. However, though, we've had a big problem. Tico here does not work so well with others, and she refused to pair up. She's a bit of a diva. So they sent her on over to us. But what this bird does have is she's got excellent eyesight. In fact, she's got eyesight 6 times better than all of yours, probably 100 times better than mine. And what I mean by that is when she's in the sky looking like a tiny little speck, she can see a mouse all the way down at my feet. And the ridges above her eyeballs, they work perfect. Just like a baseball cap, they keep that sun glare out of her face. So once she spots that mouse, she's gonna dive on down and snatch them on up with her talons. And her talons have over 500 pounds of pressure per square inch. So once she grabs her food, she is keeping it. But like I said earlier, I absolutely love these birds because they hunt packs, and they do that all by communicating through that white spot on their tail there. You see, they signal other hawks with that tail. It's what we like to call a hawky-talkie. And they use that hawky-talkie to let the other hawks know where their prey is, how they can corner their prey off, so they can dive on down and increase their hunting success rates. It's really amazing. That's why they get the nicknames, the wolves of the sky. But that's our wolf of the sky, Tico the Harris hawk.
Now, did you guys enjoy those animals?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I hope you did. I hope you guys learned something. But because we get to work with all these awesome wild animals, people tend to ask us this one question. They tend to ask us what our favorite animal is. And I always feel like they're expecting answers like monkeys, lions, tigers, elephants, giraffes, these really impressive wild animals. And we love the wildlife, that's why we do what we do. But my favorite animal, without question, without a doubt, is this next guest. His name is Basil, and you guys will definitely know what he is when you see him. Well, check him out. Come on out here, Basil. This is my favorite animal. I trust him, he trusts me. I know he wants to be with me. You have to know, wild animals belong in nature where they're truly supposed to be. Now, I like to end each one of our presentations with just a few easy things that we are able to do to help protect our wild friends. Things like reducing single-use plastics and recycling, or picking up garbage and keeping the environments clean. Or if you find a sick or injured animal in the wild, get it to a wildlife rescue center. There are literally thousands of places set to give the animals the proper care they need to hopefully get them back out to the wild. And if there's anything that you guys care about, whether it's people, plants, animals, or the planet itself, get out there and do something about it. If everybody plays their part just a little bit, we can make the world an even more amazing place to live. You guys have already done a lot by supporting the park here today, but I want to thank you for being a very fun audience, and enjoy the rest of your day here at Busch Gardens, everybody. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Now that was Rescue Tales here in the Pantopia Theater. Lots of animals, lots of great wildlife. Definitely a show to see. What do you think?
What?
Rescue
That was cool.
Cool show.
Yeah.
Now we got some more refurbishments. Pardon the dust. The bathrooms right here by the smokehouse are also closed off. They're trying to get them all nice and cleaned up and fixed up. And they did have this walkway, this ramp closed off for a while, but they did a good job in resurfacing it. So see a nice work done on this. It was all resurfaced. It was chipping before, and they even filled in the cracks, so hopefully that'll stop it from chipping again. But what a fine job. We are entering the Busch Gardens Food and Wine Festival area, and well, supposedly they had some chefs work on a whole bunch of wonderful culinary delights. So we're gonna go ahead and check through and see what we can find out about some of these culinary delights. Now, we might be coming in through the back way or something, but right over here we have booth number 12, which is Asian inspired, with the spicy pork belly with a mandarin orange soy glaze, teriyaki salmon with coconut scallion rice. Over here at number 11, We have the creamery that has a peach crumble and vanilla ice cream and macaroons. Then we have the Springs Tap Room. Ooh, starting with a tuna poke. Tuna poke is a traditional Hawaiian salad of raw tuna marinated in soy sauce, sesame seed oil, and onions. Farm to table Sauvignon Blanc. Farm to table. Are those wines?
I think so.
Well, okay.
Red blend.
Yeah, rotating wine, $10.99. So I guess those are all wines.
And then they got beer.
And then they got beer. So let's go around. Go down the walkway. Yeah, like I said, we're taking the weird back route. Let's see what kind of goodies they got over here. Yes, you did.
What? Oh.
Well, the festival field is all closed up for now. Probably because they don't have that much going on. Except for maybe the concerts. Alright, over here at number 10, we have the European Delight with pierogies and peas, mushroom ravioli with truffle cream sauce, and tiramisu. Tiramisu. Okay. That actually does look good. What?
Good. It doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Tiramisu?
Yeah, that. Hold on a second. Got a stem stuck. And over here, number 9. Well, it can't be a food and wine festival with some wines, without some wine. So here we have a whole list of wines. Island Grove Wine Company with the Blueberry Moscato. Yeah, I'm not a wine drinker, so don't ask me to pronounce these. If you really need to see it, just pause the screen, pause the video, and you can read them. Okay. See what else we got here. Oh, we got the Greek Isles. We have stuffed grape leaves with tzatziki sauce. Now I know how to pronounce that because I love my gyros. A lamb lollipop with mint demi-glaze and baklava. So we got some good meals and a treat. Now over here, you got a Moroccan market.
You're welcome. Have fun.
And at the Moroccan market, We have a spiced chicken and a Moroccan couscous with roasted vegetables. Tomatoes. Well, we got buffalo chicken egg roll and a Philly cheesesteak egg roll. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, with spicy ketchup. A buffalo chicken with ranch dipping sauce. Haha. Number 4, we have some cocktails. Dark and stormy sake smash. Ooh. Might have to get some sake. Yeah, sake smash.
Oh, wow.
Twisted lemonade. Oh, a Serengeti flyer punch. I wonder if you go real high with that. And Aperoloma. Yeah, okay, I don't, like I said, I don't pronounce these that well because I don't drink it that much. Let's see what we got here. A trek through Africa. Vegetable samosa with peppadew tomato chutney. Okay. African vegetable curry with naan bread. I don't know. Those twisted egg rolls are sounding pretty good. Of course, if you get wine, you need something to hold your wine bottles. Why not put it in a car? Look at that, it holds the wine pretty well.
Yeah.
Or better yet,
Or bike.
a bike.
Well, you got chickens over there too.
Oh, chickens?
Yep.
Yeah. Corpse. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a wine drinker, so I don't know if it's necessary, but for all you wine lovers out there, though. Now, hon, I don't want to hear you whine. And then we got wines of the Americas. Oh, don't worry, folks. That's not all. There's more out here. All right, there's where it starts. And right there it goes. And look at these wonderful ambassadors making sure everything is wonderful for the Food and Wine Festival. Now over here, we got a cupcake corner. Got some cupcakes. Where'd the cupcakes go? Oh, cupcakes are in there. Was that a Nicole? And oh my. Hello, Nicole.
Are you here getting all of the wonderful footage of the fest?
Yes, I am. We're actually running through and we're checking out all the little places to go, and we want to. We're twinning. We're twinning. Yeah, look at that. Kaylin, what's up with you? You didn't get the memo?
Yeah, what the heck? Wrong shirt, man.
Still the best. Still the best in the world.
It may be. Hey, how's it going?
Good. How about you?
Pretty good. We're having a grand old time here. Oh, yeah. Look at this. The Busch Gardens Fam. Woo! Number 17, right next to excursions. We have bourbon tasting. Is the bourbon good? You're not supposed to drink it. Well, they seem to have gotten everything here. Yeah, Nicole's in the way. Hi, Nicole.
Hi. What do they have here?
They have a Nicole on a stick. Number 18.
You didn't just say Nicole on a stick.
Yeah, I did. Chimichurri beef skewer, see, on a stick. It's a skewer. A mojo pork taco and a pina colada triple. So a little bit of a Latin twist here, so you get your Latino heat going on. We got show times over here, but I think it's more of a place to eat. And cocktails and beers. A spicy watermelon margarita. Yeah. A spice sangria, a whiskey smash, a sparkling greyhound. Wonder how fast it goes. Bet you it goes real fast.
I don't know.
And it looks like we have one last but not least, booth number 20, Land and Sea. We have a surf and turf and a watermelon salad.
Oven roasted beef garlic parsley only pork belly with butter.
And the Courtyard Gallery. Let's see. Let's check out some of the neat pictures that they got in here in the Courtyard Gallery. Now, I believe these are all from local artists. Yeah, right there, Zulu painter. Another one from Zulu. Oh. These colors. Oh wow, these colors. This one does not say who it's from. Another one from Zulu Painter. I'm gonna guess with all of these saying Zulu that they're all from Zulu. Beautiful artwork. Here's a map. They got quite a bit of places going on here. Close up of all the great areas right there in the center. No folks, this is not a person dressed up as a tree. This is a actual topiary that is suspiciously acting like a human. Well, the selections of food and drinks here at the Food and Wine Festival at Busch Gardens Tampa for 2023, they definitely stepped up their game this time. I just had the it was a twisted egg roll. It was the cheesesteak, Philly cheesesteak twisted egg roll. Pretty good, pretty good. I don't know about the buffalo chicken one. I'm gonna have to try that again. Probably not this time, but eventually. She tried out a drink. What is it called?
Twisted lemonade.
Twisted lemonade. What's it got in it?
I don't know.
Alcohol?
Yeah.
Okay.
And no, I'm not drunk. So.
Okay, we'll have to take her word for it, guys. Well, guys, it's been another wonderful day here at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. She got in four runs on the Serengeti flyer. I only 2. I don't know how she could put up with it.
I love it.
I don't know how I can put up with her.
Hey!
Ow! So yes, we are right here in front of Iron Guazi. We're gonna get one more run in, and don't forget to come by to Busch Gardens. We got the Food and Wine Festival, and trust me, the selection is a lot better than what I've seen in the past. Greek food, Italian food, Asian food, you name it, they got it over here. Just come down and visit, but be careful because the next couple of weeks will be spring break, so
it's gonna be crowded.
It's gonna be busy. So we're gonna get our ride in on Iron Guazi and we're gonna call it a night. So guys,
see ya.
Until next time.